Welcome to anyone watching as I spend 3.5 hours on Tunstall Beach doing a bit of beach casting. I am narrating this video for a couple of reasons. The first being that I do not have my main lapel mic with me. This means that I am using a spare mic, which has again turned out to be a piece of doggy-do. The mic is not so bad indoors, but outdoors it picks up constant wind noise, even when fitted with a dead cat. The second reason is that it refuses to reproduce the sound of the waves. If you listen to my earlier videos, you will hear what I mean. It just reproduces them as a constant whoosh, whoosh. Whoops, the camera has blown over. It must be a really good video for the camera to be blown over. As you can see from the sky, it is really good weather today. There are lots of families enjoying the beach as well. If you take a look at my previous video about the disaster with the bait boat, the boat was out for about 20 minutes before it had its hiccup. While the boat was out there, the sonar had been set up and was working. The sonar did record the presence of fish about 150 to 200 yards out. To be frank for a moment, instead of Dave, that is the reason I decided to give it a go today, because I'd seen on the sonar that there was fish out there. 150 to 200 yards is way too far for me to cast. Personally, I now consider anything over 80 yards to be a good cast. Today I am using a pulley pennel rig. We haven't done a video yet about how we make them. We do have several variations upon a theme. Let us know if you are interested and we will make a video. The bait I am using today is one of our bait carts. There is an earlier video about how we made them. Quite disgusting but very versatile. They contain, amongst other things, lugworm, ragworm, mussel, squid and sardine. I am all for recycling, so today I am using a 4-ounce grip lead that I found about a month ago on one of my fossil hunting expeditions. At this point I went off to look for fossils. It didn't take long and I didn't find any. Another brief nod to the bait boat incident. If you watch the surf, it gradually changes. At the moment, the waves are really quite small, but as you watch, they will gradually get bigger, then suddenly drop back to almost nothing again. When I went for my dip, trying to retrieve the bait boat, I think the waves had started to get bigger. It was unfortunate for me that when I went into the surf, it was when the waves had got bigger. At least that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. To be honest, my full attention wasn't on the size of the waves. It was just a case of, can I get the boat back? At this point I have just come back from looking at the low cliffs behind and to the south of me. Last year there were sand martins nesting in the soft top layers of the cliffs. I wanted to see if they had returned, and yes, they are back again this year. The boat way off in the distance is fishing for crabs and or lobsters. I have been watching it for a while. I think it is one of the commercial fishing boats from Withensea. I have zoomed in and managed to find one of the buoys in the video. It is just on the line where the blue sea and brown sandy sea meet. I messaged my mate Keith about where I was and what I was doing. He kindly checked on the fishing forums for me and confirmed that nobody is catching anything from the shore at the moment. The tide has now turned, so I am going to give it another half hour or so, then pack up. The bait cart is still firmly attached to the hooks and I need to cut it off. It is still juicy, but I will bin it when I get home. It is wrapped in elastic and cloth, so I don't think even a seagull could pass it through. I will wash the pulley panel rig later. I can use that again. So I'm packing up now. It's been a glorious day, weather-wise. An awful day regarding the fishing. Not even a bite, never mind catching anything. I've had a wander up and down the beach. Got some exercise. So it's not a total loss. So it looks like the chippy again.